I'm standing on top of the gorgeous Palazzo del Prelato, a 17th century building found right here in the heart of Mdina. Now, there's lots of great things about this place. I mean, look at the view for starters. But one of my favourite things about this palazzo is the fact that it contains a piece of the cross that Jesus Christ was crucified on. I'm standing inside the chapel found within the palazzo. It's the chapel of Santa Croce, the Holy Cross. Now, there's lots of interesting things in this room. The most interesting one is found in the altar. Within the altar, there is a piece of the crucifix upon which Christ was crucified. So how did that piece of wood end up here and in that altar? There once was a Maltese man called Pietro Rosselli. He was a goldsmith and a merchant. He went to the Holy Lands and he finds the wood in a river over there. He brings it to Europe. He puts it in front of the Pope. Pope Innocent X agrees and says, yes, this really is a piece of the true cross. He signs a document which is hanging on the wall here in this very chapel. And Rosselli later on places the piece of the true cross in this altar and seals it with wax, and it remains there until this very day. This is the document in question. It was signed by Pope Innocent X himself. It is a declaration by the Pope that he believes this piece of wood really is a piece of the true cross. The document has writing on both sides, and it is signed by the Pope himself, who was a believer. This is the piece of the true cross. You can see the wood here, which is this square in the middle, and all this discoloration is wax that has sealed the wood into the altar. There are other fascinating things to be found in this chapel. In this monstrance, there is a fragment of the veil belonging to the Virgin Mary, and a tiny piece of bone belonging to her husband, Joseph. In this monstrance, there is a tiny piece of stone. It is from the house that Jesus, Mary, and Joseph all lived in together. If you've enjoyed these stories, then you should know I do a tour around this palazzo. Head to darkmaltatours.com and look for Dark Tales in an Mdina Palazzo. For more tales of the terrible and stories of the strange, join me on a walk by Dark Malta Tours.